We have seen all 5 of the nominated songs presented tonight, and now it's time to recap the choices and announce the Oscar winner.
They are, in alphabetical order, from Young Guns 2, Blaze of Glory, music and lyric by John Bon Jovi.
From Postcards from the Edge, I'm Checking Out, music and lyric by Shel Silverstein.
From The Godfather Part 3, Promise Me You'll Remember, music by Carmine Coppola, lyric by John Bettis.
From Home Alone, Summer in My Memory, music by John Williams, lyric by Leslie Burkus.
From Dick Tracy, Sooner or Later I Always Get My Man, music and lyric by Stephen Sondheim.
And the Oscar goes to Stephen Sondheim for Sooner or Later I Always Get My Man from Dick Tracy. The Academy congratulates Stephen Sondheim and accepts on his behalf.
I have the privilege to present the award to one of the 5 talented women who were nominated as Best Actress in a Supporting Role. If they're as apprehensive as I was last year, it would be sadistic of me to prolong the agony. So, the nominees are Annette Bening in The Grifters, Lorraine Bracco in Goodfellas, Woopi Goldberg in Ghost, Diane Ladd in Wild at Heart, Mary McDonnell in Dances with Wolves, well, in my heart, ladies, it's a 5-way tie, but in this envelope is one name. And the Oscar goes to Woopi Goldberg.
Ever since I was a little kid, I've wanted this. You don't know. My brother's sitting there, he says, thank God we don't have to listen to anymore. You can do it now. My mom's home, everybody's watching. I have to thank the people at Paramount. I have to thank Jerry Zucker for taking the time he took before he decided to use me, because it meant he was sure that it was for me. I had to thank Patrick Swayze, who's a stand-up guy, and went to them and said, I want to do it with her. I want to thank Demi. I want to thank everybody who makes movies. I come from New York. As a little kid, I lived in the projects. And you're the people I watched. You're the people made me want to be an actor. I'm so proud to be here. I'm proud to be an actor, and I'm going to keep on acting, and thank you so much.
It's really nice to be back. It gives me a chance to thank you all for last year, and also an opportunity for me to thank the nominees for Best Supporting Actor this year, and for their marvellous examples of the craft of acting. Your skills contribute so much to our craft, because as you know, good acting is never easy. So I'm proud to say your names. Bruce Davison in Longtime Companion. Andy Garcia in The Godfather Part 3. Graham Greene in Dances with Wolves. Al Pacino in Dick Tracy. And Joe Pesci in Goodfellas. And the Oscar goes to Joe Pesci in Goodfellas.
Well, it's my privilege. Thank you.
The 5 women nominated for Best Performance by an Actress in a Leading Role are Kathy Bates in Misery, Angelica Houston in The Grifters, Julia Roberts in Pretty Woman, Meryl Streep in Postcards from the Edge, Joanne Woodward in Mr. and Mrs. Bridge, and the Oscar goes to Kathy Bates in Misery.
I'd like to thank the Academy. I've been waiting a long time to say that. I would like to congratulate all the nominees this evening, especially those in this category. Their work continues to humble and inspire me. I would like to thank everyone associated with Misery, Columbia Pictures, Castle Rock, Andy Scheinman, Rob Reiner for giving me a chance. I'd like to thank William Goldman for bringing the wonderful, crazy Annie Wilkes to the screen, and Stephen King for thinking of her in the first place. I would like to thank Jimmy Caan and apologize publicly for the ankles. And I would like to say that I really am your #1 fan, Jimmy. I would like to thank the cast and the crew of Misery. They're incredible. They were a pleasure to work with. And I would like to thank my friends watching from New York at the Sea Palace on 9th Avenue. And I would like to thank my family, my friends, my mom at home, and my dad, who I hope is watching somewhere. I would like to say thank you. Thank you very much.
If television reduces life to inches, motion pictures enlarge it to yards. And I dare say that the 5 men we nominated are themselves larger than life because they're actors. I know, I married one. And the Oscar goes to Jeremy Irons for the Vessel of Fortune.
This is great. Thank you, the Academy. And thank you, everybody who's wished me well for this. Specifically, thank you, Warner Brothers, Sovereign Pictures, Ed Pressman, Barbie Schroeder, Luciano Tovoli, our lighting cameraman, people who made me look like that, Alan Weisinger and Dick Smith. Thank you, my co-stars, Ron Silver and Glenn, for finally persuading me to do it. Thank you, Fred Spector, Anne Hutton, Sally Fisher. Thank you also, and some of you may understand why, thank you, David Cronenberg. And lastly, if I may cut the call of a telephone to London, where my wife is trying to keep awake in a hotel bedroom, I wish you were here to help me carry this, because you helped me win it. Thank you all.
Some people say there are no real movie stars anymore. I say they're wrong. Ladies and gentlemen, Tom Cruise.
At the very first Academy Awards presentation, 2 Oscars were given for directing. One for drama to Frank Borzage for Seventh Heaven, and the other for comedy to Louis Milestone for 2 Arabian Nights. Here are 5 directors whose work carries on the high standards of excellence set by their predecessors over the past century. Kevin Costner for Dances with Wolves. Francis Ford Coppola for The Godfather Part 3. Martin Scorsese for Goodfellas. Stephen Frears for The Grifters. And Barbette Schroeder for Reversal of Fortune. And this year, the Oscar for directing goes to Kevin Costner for Dances with Wolves.
I didn't trust myself. I don't, even when I make the movies, I have to write everything down. Everyone knows that you really don't make pictures by yourself, and I accept this tonight on behalf of my friends, people that influenced my life, influenced this movie, Jim Wilson and Michael Blake. I'd like a special thanks to go out to Guy East and Jake Eberts and the people at Majestic, the same people who came down to Mexico and watched my little slideshow and tried to figure out through all my boyish enthusiasm that I was deadly serious about making this movie. I'd like to thank Bill Bernstein and Mike Medavoy, who made 2 movies with me and allowed me to direct this 3rd. To Michael Ovitz for his careful reconstruction that helped me finish Dances without having to compromise my dream. And finally, I'd like to share this award with my wife, Cindy, and my 3 children, my brother, and my parents, who I'm so happy that we are alive to share this together. Thank you very much.
Next, the award for Best Picture of the Year.
This being the 100th anniversary of the development of motion pictures, it seems fitting that we end our celebration with the award that recognizes the highest achievement in filmmaking this year. During the course of the show, you've seen segments of the 5 films for Best Picture, and each one is a remarkable combination of vision and dedication. The 5 nominated pictures are Awakenings, Walter F. Parks and Lawrence Lasker producers, Dances with Wolves, Jim Wilson and Kevin Costner producers. Ghost, Lisa Weinstein producer. The Godfather Part 3, Francis Ford Coppola producer. Goodfellas, Irwin Winkler producer. And the Oscar goes to Dances with Wolves, Jim Wilson and Kevin Costner producers.
I would like... Oh my gosh. I didn't drink any water. It was smart. Oh, I would like to thank the Academy members for the culmination of what has been one incredible dance for me over the past 4 years, and all of us. To a cast and crew who never said never, you can't do it. To Orion Pictures and Majestic Films International for their never-ending support on a film that was difficult. To our staff at TIG Productions. To my wife, Teresa, my family and friends who kept me honest through all this. And to the Native American nation throughout this wonderful country. Whose drum continues to beat and will beat forever. And to my two best friends, Kevin Costner and Michael Blake, allow me to participate in this. Thank you.
I just want to say that it's very easy for people to trivialize what we do sometimes, and they do it in ways of saying, well, if it's such a big deal, how come nobody remembers who last year won the Oscar? And I've got a real flash for you. I will never forget what happened here tonight. My family will never forget what happened here. My Native American brothers and sisters across the country, especially the Dakota Sioux, will never forget. People I went to school with will never forget. Dances with Wolves won this year, and while it's not as important as the rest of the world situation where it sits, it will always be important to us, and we thank you for this.